Good evening, everybody. Oh, come on now. It's Pride Weekend. Good evening, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here today. It is so exciting to see you all together to kick off Pride in the city of San Diego. For the first time, we will fly the Progress Pride Flag from the California Tower. So we're going to have a brief program because I know that so many of us have not seen each other in so long that that's probably why you're here. And so many of you are sitting in the sun, and we want to be brief, right? It's never fair to have the speakers in the shade and the folks in the sun, but we couldn't quite reconfigure these buildings any other way. So we will do a brief program. We'll have Nicole with some awards, and then we will unfurl the flag. You'll want to have your cameras ready, video function going, and I want to make sure you guys post it wherever possible to let folks all around the world know that San Diego is a proud, open, and safe place for our LGBTQ community. I want to start this evening by acknowledging many of the friends and fellow elected officials who are joining us here tonight. First off, our Congressman Juan Vargas is here. Thank you, Congressman. We have a number of members of our City Council, starting with our City Council President, Sean Elo Rivera. Council President, thank you, sir. We're in his district as we speak. Councilmember Stephen Whitburn is here. My friend and a member of our community, as is Councilmember Whitburn, a member of our community, Councilmember Dr. Jennifer Campbell is here. She is still here. I know she has a pressing engagement in her district, which happens to be the furthest possible from where we're at right now, but she is that great an ally for our community. Councilmember Marnie Von Wilpert is here. And of course, you see him because he sticks out in uniform. Our police chief, David Nislight, is here. Chief, thank you so much for being here. I want to also acknowledge we have a number of representatives from other offices who the individual couldn't be here, but they have staff members who are here. That includes Congressmember Sarah Jacobs, Congressman Scott oh yeah, go ahead, that's fine. Give it up for Sarah Jacobs. Congressman Scott Peters, Assemblymember Chris Ward, County Assessor Recorder Clerk Ernie Dronenberg, Supervisor Nathan Fletcher, Supervisor Nora Vargas, Councilman Joe LaCava's office, the Mexican Consul General's office, and last but definitely not least, we have representation tonight from the Mayor of Tijuana. Mayor Monserrat Caballero's office is here tonight as well. Thank you so much for coming. We are a proud border city, and we love our friends and neighbors in Tijuana. So it is a true honor to stand here before you all this evening as the mayor of the great city of San Diego. I say that with mindfulness as being the first mayor who is a member of the LGBTQ community, recognizing that I hold this role with a responsibility to lead with integrity, with honesty, and with dignity. I owe it to our LGBTQ community. I owe it to the many leaders who helped blaze the trail that I walk on today, including Al Best, Nicole Ramirez, Christine Kehoe, and our great friend, Tony Atkins. I owe it to them and to all of you to be a mayor who works hard every day to create a city that works for all of us and a city that leaves no one behind. Most of all, I owe it to the people of this city to demonstrate stable and competent leadership that gets stuff done for all of us. Now, it's hard to be here this afternoon without acknowledging the current state of our nation. I know and can feel how many of you feel disappointed, defeated, and distraught by so many of the actions and announcements of late. I know, and I get it. We have a United States Supreme Court that just rolled back abortion rights, giving the green lights to states all across this nation to strip women, girls, and our trans community of the fundamental right to decide what happens to their own bodies. In his concurring decision, one particular Supreme Court justice made it very clear that they're coming for LGBTQ+ rights next. In Florida, they have enacted legislation that bars teachers from including issues of sexual orientation and gender identity in their lesson plans. It is known as Don't Say Gay. One Florida school district has even gone so far as to tell schools to notify parents if a trans student is in a PE class or on an overnight field trip with other children, effectively outing that student to other parents. And in an unbelievable display of cruelty, Texas Governor Greg Abbott wants the state's Child Protective Services Agency to conduct child abuse investigations of parents who give gender-affirming care to their transgender children. And every day in this country, we continue to have LGBTQ+ people the subject of hate crimes for nothing more than who they are and who they love. We know that this is particularly true for members of our trans community. Amid all this darkness, and there is a lot of it, it can be hard to see a path forward. But it is often said that when we are faced with the pull of darkness, choose light. In this moment and in these times that we live in, we must not only choose light, we must also be that light. And that's what Pride is all about. It is a beacon of light, of hope, of community, and of strength. And when we come together to rally and to march, when we raise the LGBTQ Pride Flag in Pride Plaza, when we come together to light up our cathedrals and our city in the colors of the rainbow, when the rainbow flag makes its way down University Avenue right here to our beautiful Balboa Park, and when we have allies that, like those here today that stand alongside us and have our backs, when we are out and when we are proud, it is sending a clear message that we are here, that we are queer, and that we are not going anywhere. And let me just be blunt about it. In California and in San Diego, we will say gay anytime we damn well please. I want you to say it with me now. Will you say gay? Gay. Say it one more time. Gay? Gay. One more time in Florida, everybody. Gay. That's what I'm talking about. I want you to hear it from me directly. To every LGBTQ person, to every person questioning their identity and maybe not ready to come out, to every LGBTQ youth who might be looking at a world today wondering if there's a place for them, wondering if they will be accepted, I want you to know that you belong here. There is a place for you in this city. I have your back, San Diego has your back, and I believe all of you have their backs. Am I right? So in this moment, let's remind ourselves that Pride sprang out of a community's protests against oppression and brutality. In every sense, Pride is a demonstration, a display of defiance against those who would keep us down. It is a celebration of who we are, for how far we have come, and the hard-won rights that we have earned. And it is a resolution that we will never, ever go back. So tonight, we kick off our celebration. And from tonight through next Sunday, I want you all to help me in making sure that we send a message loud and clear that San Diego is a proud, welcoming community. So let's be out, let's be proud, and let's be the light. With that, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our next speaker. We are proud here in San Diego and we are lucky to have a strong Pride organization, one that doesn't just put on one of the best parties in the city, I would dare say the best party in the city, but also gives back more than $2.5 million to foster pride, equality, and respect for lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender communities locally, nationally, and globally. Right on, okay, I like that, all right. Now listen. This is not a small feat. It takes a lot of work, and many of you will be helping over the next week, and I'm grateful for those of you who volunteer. But of course, this organization has an incredible, dynamic leader, and it gives me pleasure to introduce that community leader, an activist, my friend, and the executive director of San Diego Pride, Fernando Lopez. Fern?
Broke my toe. Can I get a hey, girl? Okay, I know we haven't had Pride in person in 3 years. We need you to do a little better than that. Can I get a hey, girl? Hey, girl. Okay, that is so much better. I want to take a point of personal privilege off of the script to say, I'm the first Latinx executive director of this organization. I'm the first non-binary executive director of this organization. And I'm from the Imperial Valley. Everybody know where that is? Imperial Valley, El Centro, raise your hand. I'm so sorry. That's where I'm from, right? 70% folks voted in favor of Proposition 8. And I was a homeless kid in the street. because 40% of all homeless youth are LGBT identified because their parents throw them out on the street like garbage, and that was me. So in the Imperial Valley, and that was me. And so I'm there. You are absolutely right, and I am talking about my personal story, and I appreciate you being here right now. So I wouldn't be here today alive if it wasn't for this community. I wouldn't be here alive if it wasn't for a stranger seeing me on the sidewalk and saying, what's wrong and what can do to help? And that person is sitting behind me right now, and his name is Benny Cartwright, and I just want to acknowledge him right now. Be kind to one another. Because we don't have pride because we're free. We have pride because we're not. Pride events and celebrations around the world commemorate our community standing up and fighting back against state-sanctioned police violence, issues that we are still facing to this day. We only need to look across the country to see the legislative and violent, deadly attacks that our community and our events against us are on the rise. So how do we celebrate at a time like this? Right now, when the rights and freedoms of women and people of color and our voting rights and immigrants and the rights of LGBTQ people and religious minorities are all under attack across this country, how do we celebrate at a time like this? It is imperative that we look past our differences to realize that our villains are the same. Our common enemy is white supremacy and white nationalism. It has a name, and if we fight it together, we can win. Oh, you can applaud for that, sure. How do we celebrate at a time like this? And I'll tell you again, we don't have pride because we're free. We have pride because we're not. And what we as queer people understand is that when you live your life as a target, when the world is out to hurt you, when legislation is out to get you and put you in prison, our joy is justice. Our joy is justice. That is why we have pride. And I know that our community will not let fear, hate, and intimidation win, because our celebration is justice, our joy is defiance, our love is insubordinate. That is why we have pride. And so we will not shrink ourselves or return to the closets and prisons of our past. This pride, we will stand up, we will root out hate, we will march to the streets, and we will march to the polls, and whether people like it or not, we will pursue justice with joy. Happy Pride. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Fernando. Let's give them another round of applause, everybody. Now, next up is someone who needs no introduction, but I'm going to do it anyway. Nicole Murray Ramirez is a person of many, many titles. Queen Mother of the Americas, City Commissioner, activist, pioneer, and I'm now told Colonel, is that right?
State of Kentucky.
State of Kentucky. Okay, well, it'll be in the book, everybody. So, Nicole helped to lead our very first Pride Parade here in San Diego. And he faced the threat of being arrested and harassed as well, and all of us know that nothing will stop Nicole. Through his many, 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 many decades of activism, Nicole has accomplished so very much. From naming the very first Harvey Milk Street, to leading the charge for the city's AIDS Memorial, and countless other community projects that are icons throughout our community, across our state, and even across our nation. We are so grateful as a community and as a city for his decades of work on our behalf. Please welcome City Commissioner, her Queen Mother, Nicole Murray Ramirez.
Could you hold this, please? Thank you, I think. Buenos dias. Good afternoon. First of all, I'm going to take a privilege like our dear Fernando did. I have to say something. As many of you know, I do a lot of traveling across the United States, meeting a lot of city officials, from the mayor of Kentucky, of Louisville, Kentucky, to the mayor of Portland, to the mayor of Salt Lake City, to the mayor of West Hollywood. In every city that I have visited, especially in these last years, each is facing a homeless crisis because it has become and is a national crisis that every mayor and city council is struggling with. I, for one, am sick and tired of the ugly, hateful, negative attacks on our mayor as he continues to do what he does for our city. The truth is, first of all, I respect your activism. Please respect me as an elder to speak. The truth is our city's first mayor is a renter all his life. Our first mayor of color from a hard-working family. His mom's here. Where's your mom? Where is she? There she is. Thank you for being here. The Todd Gloria I know goes to bed every night and wakes up every morning thinking about this problem and other serious issues facing our city. So I want to take this opportunity to thank him and our hardworking city council as they continue to solve this problem. Thank you. It's good to be here this evening with all of you, but I cannot forget my co-Pride founders of 48 years ago, Vietnam veteran Jess Jessup and ACLU Tom Homan. With those veterans and active military here with us tonight, raise your hand so we can acknowledge your outstanding service to our community. Thank you. Both Tom and Jess died of AIDS. And many times I wonder what they would think if they saw how Pride is now. Boy, would they be so proud of San Diego Pride. It has become and is so rich in diversity because of its leadership, and its board and its staff have made it so, along with the leadership of Fernando Lopez. You know what we're going to have this year? A Marine Corps band and lowriders. Aye. Today, I would also like us to pause and remember a few names whose shoulders we stand on and have lost these last 2 years. Larry Baza, Stan Lewis, Bob Lynn, George Murphy, Bill Beck, Bob Nelson, Joe Letkus, Mrs. Ama Rosa Vasic, Brad Thompson, Ben Dillingham, Gene Burkhardt, Mel Marsilio, Fentress Ott, Mason Flores. Let's give them a round of applause for the activism that has brought us here. And let us never forget these people. And now to the business of hand. LGBTQ title holders have been a part of every community's landscape now around the world. San Diego has the proud distinction of being the first to have Pride title holders starting in 1975. I feel so old. Many of our title holders have become major community leaders like Susan Jester, who founded San Diego AIDS Walk, and Russell Roybal, who became the deputy director of the National Gay Lesbian Task Force. Tonight, I want to acknowledge and thank our 2021 title holders are here with us. Come right up here. Benny Cartwright, Chase, Kixie. Come up here. So I have a little thank you. If you could put that around Mr. and our Ms. I didn't tell you were going to have double medal duties. over there? Oh, just we'll get it sorted out after. Girl, I love your eyeshadow. And I wish that outfit came in muumuu size. All right, let's give them a round of applause and thank them for their outstanding role modeling for our community. And now to introduce our 2022 Pride title holders. First of all, Sam Moling has become the first trans man to be honored as Mr. San Diego Pride in the history of this honor. Sam has become a well-known national and state trans youth leader and spokesperson. He is also a leader in Trans Family Matters, and his life was the subject of an Emmy Award. Oh, I've never won an Emmy. Bitter Queen. An Emmy Award-winning documentary. Sam is also a gymnastic coach. Sam, would you come up? And I'd like to give you this $1,500 check for Trans Family in your honor. Our next honoree is Joanna Sansoterra. Oh, God. And I'm Mexican. Jesus. She is our Miss San Diego Pride. She is a respected leader and advocate in the San Diego veterans community. She served 33 years in the Air Force and serves on the Defense Veterans and Military Affairs Committee of the San Diego Chamber of Commerce. Let's hear it for our proud veteran, Joanna, Miss San Diego Pride. And talking about veterans, I want to recognize Bob Lehman. He was awarded at the State Senate and the Assembly as a Pride Citizen for the state of California for a veteran. Give a little wave over here, Bob. Thank you for your service. And also we have Joseph Rocha, who is both a Navy and a Marine veteran, and hopefully will be our, I can say this, hopefully will be our next state senator. Joseph Rocha, where are you, Joseph? All right. Chris Zamora is our MX San Diego Pride. She's a hardworking, non-binary activist and advocate. She's the respected director of the Bilingual Program Coordinator, Youth Coordinator, and Latinx Coordinator for San Diego Pride. Let's hear it for her. Let me put that up. I'm making these people wear crowns. They're not happy. But when a queen does something, it gotta be a crown. Our next honoree is Miss San Diego Pride. Unless you've been in a coma, you have not heard of Amber St. James. She is fierce, she is loud, she's proud, and she's a speech assassin. That's what I call her, not her and Fernando. Amber loves our community. Amber has more energy than the Energizer Bunny. She's a true civil rights activist, an outstanding performer who probably could win at RuPaul's Drag Race. Ladies and gentlemen, Amber St. James. And now, last but certainly not least, oh, I thought my security guards were all coming out or leaving, or I don't know what's going on. Our next is teen. You know, as someone that's been a Latino and a gay activist for over 50 years, many times during AIDS and stuff, I would wonder, God, who's going to lead us? All of our leaders are passing. Well, I can tell you, I can rest in peace because of so many of these young people. And especially these following three teens who will be getting something special. But let us first recognize our new Mr. Teen San Diego, who is 15-year-old Maddox Lins. He's a 15-year-old transgender boy who lives with his parents and his sister and 2 dogs. And he wrote a book. His picture book, I'm Not a Girl, co-authored with Jessica Verda, was published in 2020. He's done advocacy and outreach to educators, health care providers, and professionals, and in community events as a youth ambassador of Trans Family Support Services. Let's hear it for Mr. Teen Pride Maddox. Is Oxtine Dial here? There you are, come up here. All right. If I could have the Stonewall, there is an award called the International Stonewall Youth Award, and I talked to them, and I'm very pleased and honored that we have 3 San Diegan youth who will be receiving the Stonewall International Youth Award. One of them is Augustine. Wave a little wave, Augustine. Yeah, you can wave. He's 16 years old. He hasn't openly come out to everyone close, but he loves his community. He graduated from Sage Creek High School this year, a year early, with a 4.0 GPA. This fall, he will begin to pursue an associate for transfer at Mayor Mesa Community College with a major in political science. Oh, a future mayor or a senator coming up. He moved to Carlsbad in 2020 and has taken an active role in his community. He's a founder director of the brand new student committee with the Carlsbad Equality Coalition. And he's currently working at the office of Congressman Mike Levin. Let's hear it for Augustine Dio, Maddox, and also Sam. The 3 of them are receiving the International Stonewall Youth Award. Go up there. Chase, did I mention Chase? Yeah. All right, why don't you 3 come up forward that got the award? Stand up there. Yeah, the 3 youth. Yep. Yeah. All right, let's give them a round of applause. And always remember, here's a word from an old queen. Let's stop telling the youth that they are our future, because they are our here and now. All right, thank you, and God bless you all.
One more round of applause for all of our awardees tonight, everybody. We're so proud of you all. Please come take a seat. We're just wrapping up, so get those cameras out. We want to make sure that you have an opportunity to see this incredible flag that we're about to unveil. I would like to just again thank Nicole and all of our honorees and for all the great work that they do in their community. We're so very proud of you all. We have our dignitaries who are here, and as any other dignitaries who are in the audience, the staff members, feel free to come up. I want to, while they do that, I want to give a huge shout out to some of the folks who made this event possible. The Asian Business Association. Where's my friend Jason Pagel? There we go. Thank you, Jason. And the National Association of Asian American Professionals. I also want to, I also want to acknowledge State Assembly Member Evan Lowe and the California Legislative LGBTQ Caucus. That, of course, includes Tony Atkins and Chris Ward for helping underwrite this event, as well as the For All of Us Foundation, who is helping to underwrite the event. None of this could have happened without all of them. I also want to thank the members of my team who pulled this event together, members of the Todd Squad and the Mayor's Office. Where are you guys at? Wave your hands in the air. Including our incredible interns who I got to have lunch with today. Guys, I'm so proud of you. I also want to point out city staff who were critical in this. Of course, chief among them are our Balboa Park staff, our Park and Recreation Department, Christina Chadwick in particular, our Special Events Department, our San Diego Police Department, who's helping with traffic control, and we have many of our city executives, directors, department directors who are here. I see Alyssa Muto, I see Renee Robertson, I see Chris McFadden, Kim Desmond. I'm probably missing a couple of folks, Kirby Brady, Chida Warren Darby. If you're a city department director, please put your hand in the air. These are the folks that make the city work. They don't get thanked enough. They lead large organizations. Many of them are members of our community. It makes me extremely proud that we have such a diverse city executive leadership team. All of you guys, it is an honor to be able to lead you. Thank you for being here and showing your support. We truly are a city that welcomes everyone. Now, the last thing I want to tell you about is thank our Museum of Us staff who is here for hosting us. With a special shout out to Kate Clyde for making this possible. Love the new name. I love the new name, Museum of Us. Go in and check them out sometime if you can. And last, I want to just point out the flag that we're unveiling today was hand-sewn here locally in San Diego by a queer-run company, Pride Flag SD. So give it up for our local small business. We love it. You're going to love this flag. The Progress Pride Flag represents and symbolizes a commitment to equality over discrimination, unity over division, and respecting each person's dignity and humanity, no matter who they are, where they come from, or who they love. And so I invite you all, our officials, please rise. Turn your eyes up to the California Tower, our iconic California Tower. When we talk about creating a city for all of us, this is what we are talking about. So I'd like to invite you all to help me count down from 5. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy Pride, San Diego.